What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Draco, and I'm back with another motherfucking banger video, boy. Today, my hair look messed up like a motherfucker. Alright? As you can see, I just woke up, but I wanted to make this little clip before we get into the reaction video today. I just want to say, I am so sorry that this part 2 has taken damn near 2 months to come out, bro. I'm so sorry. My reaction app stopped working, and I really had no way to get the part 2 up for y'all. But today, that changes. So, today we're going to be doing the part 2 reaction to the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef situation. The background on everything. And then, after that, we're going to do the diss songs. Then, yeah, bro. So, I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know that. Also, tape dropping July 4th. Be ready for that. Trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. Oh, yeah, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. It's a tough time right now, and I'm really trying to get videos out for y'all. So, I appreciate y'all for sticking with me and for watching the video, for liking the video, for commenting. You know, I love y'all. That's basically what I wanted to make this clip to say. I love y'all. Everything y'all do is very much appreciated. Even the haters. I only get a little bit of hate comments. But when I do, I just still heart the comment. Because it's like, at the end of the day, you still watch the video. So it's like, but yeah, so let's get to the next clip, which will be the reaction video. YouTube, sorry if that was a little delayed, but hey, we here. We are here to do the part 2. I'm thinking this is where we left off, but if we went back a little farther, then it is what it is. We about to just continue watching this video. Once again, like I said in the beginning clip of the video, I'm so sorry this took damn near 2 months to put together. But we gonna do it today. So, without any more talking, let's just go.
Of both artists, the media, and fans started to debate who was better, and Kendrick started off the year with a bang when he was awarded MTV's hottest MC in hip-hop.
And we went through about 15 of them, narrowed it down to 10. The 10 became 5, the 5 became 2. And you, Kendrick Lamar, are the hottest MC in the game, according to the MTV brain.
And most of Kendrick's hip-hop friends seemed to be happy for him.
I heard you're not happy about that.
Nah, I wasn't until I found out who's number 1. They made my man number 1, K-Dot, Kendrick, so I'm straight with that.
However, Drake was one person that certainly did not send any sort of congratulations to Kendrick.
What about your rap peers? Did they call? I know it's kind of competitive, so did they say congratulations?
Rap peers?
See, something I didn't realize about this whole thing is this beef has been brewing for a long ass time. That's one thing I didn't know. I thought it just kicked off like this year when the diss songs came out and shit. But getting this type of background, it makes me understand the situation more.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
And I mean, at this point, Drake's at least got to be thinking, like, this guy's starting to become a problem. He's getting a little bit close now. And Kendrick's winning streak was just beginning, as 2 months later, he cleaned up at the 2013 BET Awards, winning the Best Male Hip-Hop Artist over Drake.
I came up in that same county building, food stamps, welfare, Section 8.
And this time, I did find a tweet from Drake where he congratulates Kendrick on the win. Congrats to Kendrick as well. Nothing was the same. With all that said, things were about to change. August 12th, 2013 was a special moment for hip-hop. To this day, it still stands out as one of the most exciting things to happen in the last decade. On Big Sean's Control, Kendrick let everyone in hip-hop know just how competitive he was when it came to that number 1 spot.
I'm usually homeboys with the same niggas I'm rhyming with, but this is hip-hop and them you should know what time it is. And that goes for Jamaica, Big Crit Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake, Big Sean, J Electron, Tyler McMillan. I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you niggas. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you niggas. They don't want to hear not one more noun or verb from you niggas.
And we could really, really use a moment like that right now in hip.
Bro, Kendrick was going in, bro. You could hear the conviction in his voice. That's one thing I like about some artists is like they put their all into it. And you could really see it firsthand. Like you could just hear it in his voice that he meant everything that he said. It's crazy. This whole situation is crazy, bro. I just feel like rappers need to stop being so feminine. Most of these rappers be feminine as fuck. Oh, if I don't get my way, I'm gonna pout like a little crybaby bitch. Like, yeah, no, I don't like that, bro. This shit is so watered down.
Pop.
It's rain like it's Mayweather, good music, yay weather, champagne just tastes better.
And let's just give it up for Big Sean, because to me, he had one of his career best verses, but it just got overshadowed because of Kendrick's verse.
I said, fuck trying and not doing, cause not doing is something a nigga not doing. I grew up the end big and pie, bitch, and got ruined. So until I got the same crib, big hat in that juicy vid, bitch, I can't stop moving.
But when it came to Kendrick's verse, nobody that he mentioned had a problem with it.
K-Dot and them niggas, that's fam, yo. I think hip-hop need this shit, man, you know.
I knew what it was for hip-hop culture. I knew how important it was.
He said my name, like he said a couple people's name, and he said he's the best rapper. I say I'm the best rapper every song I'm on.
Yeah, but he wasn't coming at him in a disrespectful way. He's coming at him in a competitive way.
So for me, it's one of those things where I appreciate. I didn't take it necessarily as a diss. Hip-hop is competitive, but I am a competitor.
Wait, sorry. Nobody had a problem except for
Drake. See, it all makes sense now. It all makes sense.
Drake.
I don't know, it just wasn't real to me. It's like, I saw him after that, and it was just like love. So it's like, was that real, or was that just like for the people? You know what I mean?
I think it's a sparring kind of sport.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, then let it be real then, because those were harsh words, right? So it's like,
why is Drake acting like he wants beef? Like oh my God.
you can't just say that and then see me and be like, yeah, man, what's up? Pretending like nothing ever happened. Like, that's not real.
And this right here is a perfectly good example of why people call Drake soft and emotional. You can't act this way and then sit back and wonder why people are labeling you as such. Like, this is why. And it's interesting because when Drake came into the game, he seemed to understand that competition came with the genre.
It's a great thing, though, to be competitive with those guys, because you're always pushing yourself.
And look, Drake was not a rapper that you could just push around. He did go toe-to-toe with people before. Back in the day, a Toronto rapper by the name of Aristo seriously tried to end Drake's career, and it didn't end well for this guy.
And it's the room of resolution, I'm finishing it in here. If I copy Button's flow, you mimicking his career.
It was good riddance. It was lights out. It was...
Oh shit, hold on, Drake. Why you gotta destroy that man's career like that, bro? That's fucked.
Body. And that's what it was, man. And that's why good riddance. And what happened? Good riddance, right? Bye.
I remember when this dropped because it was all over the hip-hop blogs in Canada. And yeah, we did have hip-hop blogs in Canada in 2009. They did exist. With all that said, Drake dropped Nothing Was the Same, and we get to hear the first subliminal shot for Kendrick. On the track titled The Language, Drake immediately starts out with a shot.
I don't know why they been lying, but your shit is not that inspiring.
So when Kendrick's Control verse dropped, Drake's...
I feel like sometimes fans be digging too deep, because that line could have been about anybody. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be about Kendrick. But how the fans are thinking, oh, let me cause some controversy. Let me say that he was talking about this person, and then have everybody believe that, and then Kendrick responded. Oh my God. That's why I said, fans, y'all need to stay out of it, bro. This is rapper beef. This is rapper versus rapper. This isn't rapper versus fans. Fans need to just sit down, shut the fuck up, and enjoy the music, bro. It's one of my biggest pet peeves with rap fans.
Stated on multiple occasions that he did not find the verse impressive, that he thought it was for shock value, and that it would soon be forgotten.
But it was real cool for like, you know, a couple weeks. But like, if I asked you, for example, like, how does that verse start?
One of Drake's more notable claims.
That dude knew how the verse started. He just didn't want to tell Drake because Drake was sitting right in front of him. But Drake, you wrong as shit for doing that, boy. Oh my God.
Was that Kendrick had a great first album, but he questioned whether or not he could do it again.
And as far as Kendrick goes, like, I can't wait to see what he does because now it's time to show and prove. And consistency it's been one album. Consistency is like, you need more than one album, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's time to show and prove. And
Drake claimed that he was all about putting out memorable bodies of work as opposed to creating moments.
when it comes to competition, I'm more worried about consistency. I'm more worried about bodies of work.
However, Drake continues to send some more shots.
Any nigga that's talking that shit just to get a reaction.
Again, Drake refers to Kendrick as someone that wrote the Control verse to get attention.
I am the kid with the motor mouth. I am the one you should worry about.
A motor mouth is defined as a person who talks quickly and continuously, often without considering what they're saying. In this case, someone that raps fast. Is clearly about Kendrick.
Talking that shit with your back to me, just know it always get back to me.
So outside of the DMX comment, there were some other interviews where Kendrick had laughed at Drake's expense.
I heard about you touring with Drake. I was like, that's dope, that's dope. But I was like, well, I hope he doesn't hang with Drake too hard because Drake isn't exactly doing what we thought he would, what many of nerdy backpackers like myself thought he might be doing a few years ago.
Right.
And honestly, man, at this point, I would not be one bit surprised if Kendrick said something behind Drake's back and it got back to him. Like, I wouldn't be surprised at all. At the 2013 BET Hip Hop Awards, Kendrick decided to throw some gas on the fire. He went into the awards with the most nominations at 14, and Drake was a very close second with 13. However, Kendrick would be the man to come out on top, winning Lyricist of the Year, MVP of the Year, Album of the Year, and Feature of the Year. Drake also...
I mean, come on now, let's be honest. Who's the better rapper? Let me know in the comments. Drake or Kendrick Lamar? Stop it, bro. Stop it. It's Kendrick. It's Kendrick. No hate to Drake, but Kendrick is the better rapper. Kendrick is more lyrical than Drake.
Came out with a handful of awards for Best Hip Hop Video, Track of the Year, and People's Champ. However, it would be Kendrick again that stole the show.
Yeah, and nothing been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Ha ha, joke's on you, high five. I'm bulletproof, your shots will never penetrate. Pin a tail on a donkey, boy, you been a fake.
So, pretty self-explanatory.
Ooh. Ooh. That was hard. That was hard.
Kendrick uses Drake's album titled Nothing Was the Same to call him out for being sensitive regarding the Control verse. And this whole thing got a lot of people excited, and just the very next day, Sway asked Kendrick if the bars were meant for Drake.
People want to know, was that directed towards Drake or anybody in particular?
Just us having fun as usual.
Uh-huh.
But Drake did not seem to think so, and just a few weeks later, he came with some more subliminal shots on a future track titled Shit. And that's the name of the song, Shit. But, I always liked this record.
Took niggas out the hood like I'm from there. So you know it's all good when I come there. I hear you talk about your city like you run there. Then I brought my tour to your city. You my son there, nigga.
And to me, this is one of the best subliminal shots of the whole saga. Like, Drake sounds like Jay-Z here. It's a very Hove-like thing to say where he's just completely sunning Kendrick. So it's been known that Kendrick puts on heavy for the West Coast, claiming that he's the king, but Drake refers to him as his son because Kendrick went on his first big tour with Drake, and of course they had some shows in California. At the time, even Kendrick admitted that he was not used to these large crowds.
The transition of me doing the 2,000 venues I've been doing back then is a little sketchy for me doing this 10,000. I gotta really work with magic.
I even found a Kendrick tweet from 2012 when he was on tour with Drake, where he says, "Finally home, LA, Club Paradise, let's see what happens tonight."
And if a nigga say my name, he the hot shit. But if I say that nigga name, he still the hot shit. Lucky I don't fit into the gossip.
So this one clearly a reference to Kendrick's Control verse.
Drake, you clearly feed into the gossip, otherwise you would have never made that song. He contradicts himself a lot in his music. Again, no hate to Drake. This is just shit I'm noticing, bro. Like the old Drake back then, like I used to like him. Like when It's Over came out, or Till It's Over, whatever that song's called, and like Best I Ever Had, like that Drake. I liked that Drake. Nowadays Drake, he's just so soft and sensitive and weird and just Anyway, let's get back to the video.
A lot of MCs responded to Kendrick with a verse of their own, and Drake is basically claiming that given the fact that he's a bigger artist, if he says Kendrick's name, he's just doing him a favor. And this next one's not even a diss. I just want to show you guys my favorite line from the song.
And niggas ain't got a grill, still ice grill hating. I know you already know Mike Will made it. Just looking at the numbers, nigga, I feel amazing. I'll call Michael Jordan up and Mike Will make it. I'm the young rat.
You know, he just signed a deal with Jordan. Mike Will made the beat. Shit's fire. Come on. However, just a few days later, an issue of Vibe magazine was released, and Drake talks about Kendrick again, stating how he didn't like how the Control verse messed with the rollout of his album. Where it became an issue is that I was rolling out an album while that verse was still bubbling, so my album rollout became about this thing. Drake then continues to position himself as someone that is above anything that Kendrick has to say. He's hungry, so he's going to do what he has to do, like the BET cypher, but again, it's not enough for me to go. I have to realize I'm being baited, and I'm not gonna fall. Jordan doesn't have to play pickup to prove that he can play ball. No offense. Now at this point in the story, we're about to witness one of the biggest upsets in Grammy history. At the 56th Annual Grammy Awards, Kendrick lost the Hip Hop Album of the Year to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and rightfully so. People were outraged.
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
All you gotta do is look at Pharrell's face, because it says it all. He's just trying to get off the stage as quickly as possible, like, why did they get me to do this? And Macklemore, feeling the heat, decided to text Kendrick afterwards and say that he felt he should have won and that he got robbed. And it would have been a nice gesture if he didn't take a screenshot of the text and post.
Yeah, I feel like that really killed Macklemore's career. He hasn't been the same ever since. Like, bro, it's cool that you sent that text message, but you didn't have to screenshot it and then send it out. I feel like that was in bad taste. I mean, he probably had good intentions, but, like, y'all know what I'm saying? He could have just texted Kendrick, and Kendrick would have been cool about it. But since he posted it, instead of just letting Kendrick respond to the message, it was just in bad taste.
Posted on social media for everyone to see. And just a month later, Drake gave his 2 cents in a Rolling Stone interview. You won. Why are you posting your text message? Just chill. Take your W, and if you feel like you didn't deserve it, go get better, make better music. It felt cheap. It didn't feel genuine. Why do that? Why feel guilt? You think
I agree with Drake right here.
those guys would pay homage to you if they won? To name just Kendrick? That shit made me feel funny. No, in that case, you robbed everybody. We all need text messages. Now you guys tell me, does Drake seem like he's defending Kendrick in this article? Or does it seem like he's salty because he's not in the mix? At this point, the feud dies down for about 8 months, and Drake
I feel like he was low-key trying to defend Kendrick.
even had some very kind words for Kendrick at his OVO Fest when he brought out J. Cole.
And while you all got your phones out, I want to shout out my nigga Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to Kendrick. Kendrick was on my album. We went on tour together. That's one of the hardest niggas alive right there. He's legendary, so shout out to him. He should be standing right there.
However, it looks like Kendrick did not get the message, as just 2 months later, he responds to Drake's Motormouth line on a J-Rock track titled Pay For It.
I tell him all the hell, King Kendrick, resurrecting my vengeance, been dissecting your motor mouth till I break down the engine.
Clearly a response to Drake's subliminal on the language. Again, Kendrick inserts himself as the king, and he doesn't seem to think that Drake can go to distance with him. And it will be just 2 weeks later where Kendrick gets asked about this alleged diss.
You know, a lot of rumors are with the Drake thing. Like, you know, did you really bring the Drake thing back with the J Rock single, or what's that about?
What? I ain't hear about
the Drake feud. Or
Look at him going. Damn, man, you're disgusting.
I think that's people digging in. That's the people digging in way too far.
Once again, we're all reaching, and it's not about Drake. And just a few days later, Kendrick would get asked about his now year-old control verse, and this time he said that all the people that mattered understood it, and for the people who didn't, they don't matter.
The people that respected, was people that knew the deal.
Yeah.
What's the important people that respected and knew what it was, and people that don't respect it, obviously they just people that don't get it, and really didn't matter.
And again, Kendrick claims that the chances of seeing him and Drake go head-to-head is slim to none because they're two different artists.
It's just a whole nother dynamic. I can't see myself.
Yeah, I agree. Kendrick and Drake are two different artists. But I also feel like both of them should stop having such a big head about themselves. Like, I'm gonna keep it real. Y'all are not the kings, bro, of the fucking hip-hop game. There's rappers way better. But that's just my opinion. Other people might... Hello?
I need my slippers. I'm not putting my shoe back on. Ouch.
Okay, it's a good thing that I can't see that.
I had it out of the way.
It's okay, I smoked in the beginning. Whatever.
Like $40 I can borrow so I can go to high profile.
Hold on, let me pause this.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Alright, sorry, I'm back, y'all.
Going bar for bar with Drake, we're two different type of artists. You dig what I'm saying?
You eat Drake. I've argued that.
And I honestly feel like this is just Kendrick downplaying Drake as not being on his level. I don't think he respects Drake. I don't think he really ever respected Drake. And there's some underlying meaning behind this when he keeps saying it.
Would Drake be somebody you would like to have some fun with?
Nah, I couldn't. We come from two different worlds, two different backgrounds. I really don't see that playing out, as entertaining. Maybe to, the people listening, but not for myself.
Keep in mind, Kendrick was classified as the savior of hip-hop. He was embraced by everyone just for the art, whereas someone like Drake really had to go to distance to prove himself, and even then, he could never win over the fans that admired a certain level of lyricism. Many consider Drake to be a pop star, and I feel like Kendrick is saying this without really saying it.
Just hold on, we're going home.
However, next Drake...
I mean, that's a pretty good argument right there. I would consider Drake more of a pop star than a rap star, you feel me? Like, he can rap, but I feel like his lane is more like pop songs and shit like that. But, I don't know.
Drops his surprise mixtape, If You're Reading This It's Too Late, and on that project, he had some more shots for Kendrick.
They gon' say your name on them airwaves. They gon' hit you up right after like it's only rap.
So, Drake had claimed previously that he saw Kendrick just 5 days after the Control verse, and it was all love.
I know that verse had no malice behind it because I saw him 5 days later at the VMAs and it was all love.
And at this time, Drake was the talk of the town because this surprise project made a big splash. So just a few weeks later, Kendrick decided to shake things up and finally dropped his long-awaited album by surprise as well.
And when I wake up, I recognize you looking at me for the pay cut. Bahamas, I be...
Naturally, fans and the media pitted the two albums against each other. Kendrick, bruh, how do you let Drake drop a...
See, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, fans doing this shit. Like, bro, y'all intensify the beef. Like, there's already beef, I will give you that, but y'all making it worse with just little slight comments, bro. Y'all have nothing to do with this, bro. Just listen to the good music. Like, oh, it's so irritating to me. Like, me, I'm a hip-hop fan and a rap fan and all of that, and a music fan in general. I make music as well, but I'm not like, oh yeah, this rapper should beef with this rapper. I feel like this rapper's better than that rapper. Like, Kendrick, bruh, how you gonna let Drake drop a mixtape that goes harder than your album? A freaking mixtape. Like, bro, just keep your opinion to yourself. Why you gotta put that on social media, bro? That's one thing I'll never understand.
Mixtape that goes harder than your album. A freaking mixtape. Not gonna compare Drake and Kendrick anymore because they're not even playing the same sport right now. Kendrick is in his own league. And comparing these projects makes zero sense. It's apples to oranges. Drake's project was great for club DJs, gym playlist, cruising in the car. Whereas Kendrick's album touched on real-world issues, was chanted during protest, and is looked at today as one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. However, Drake wasn't done as he let another one go on the Game's track 100.
I would have all of your fans if I didn't go poppin'. I stayed on some conscious shit.
Again, Kendrick had just released To Pimp a Butterfly, his most conscious album to date, and Drake is basically saying that he could do that style if he wanted, but he's on a different mission with his music. Also important to note, the video for this track was filmed in Compton. So Drake is saying all this while in Kendrick City.
I'm in the club every time that they play the competition. If they even play the competition, then I seen the response they get.
Now, the Game was asked about this, and he didn't seem to think it was a shot at Kendrick, but he also didn't count it out.
Drake was taking subliminals at Kendrick on that song, and Kendrick called it and wanted to return something. I think that would be great for hip-hop.
However, one of the worst things to be exposed for as a rapper was about to happen to Drake. On July 22nd, 2015, Meek Mill took to Twitter to expose Drake for having ghostwriters.
10 bands, 50 bands, 100 bands, man.
I can remember having a conversation with my little brother on the phone, and we were both saying, like, there's no way. There's no way that Drake has ghostwriters because he's too good of a writer himself. It just doesn't make sense. But boy, were we wrong.
Okay, 10 bands, 50 bands, 100 bands, man.
Did you hear the reference tracks? Line for line, word for word. This is bad. No, it's a terrible time to be a Drake fan. Shortly after Meek's tweets, the reference...
Damn, he got caught like that? Damn, Drake.
Tracks would leak to support the ghostwriter allegations, and now we get back to Kendrick, who just a few months earlier made reference to rappers with ghostwriters on his single King Kunta.
When a rapper with a ghostwriter, what the fuck happened? I swore I went down.
So basically, Kendrick found out about this ghostwriting shit months before we did, and months before it even got exposed. And Kendrick is basically saying, like, I know what you've been up to, buddy. I'm not going to say anything, but I know. With all that said, as everyone knows, Drake responded to Meek Mill with a now legendary diss record back-to-back.
Back-to-back like I'm Jordan 96, 97, whoa.
And being a day one Drake fan, for me personally, I was never more proud of Drake in his whole entire career than when he dropped back-to-back.
The new record, back-to-back, tough tune. Tough tune.
But once again, Kendrick responds to Drake just 1 month later on Dr. Dre's Compton album.
But still I got enemies giving me energy, I wanna fight now. Subliminals sending me all of this hate, I thought I was holding the mic down.
In this one, Kendrick references Drake's recent track, Enemies.
Got enemies, got a lot of enemies.
Kendrick is once again talking about how Drake keeps going the subliminal route, which at the end of the day is really no different from what he's doing, but he didn't stop there as he did it again on another song from the same album.
They liable to bury him, they nominated 6 to carry him. The beef is on his breath, inheriting the drama better than the great white. Cause this is life in my aquarium.
The words they nominated 6 to carry him could potentially be a Drake reference, given the fact that Toronto is referred to as the 6. And if this is the case, Kendrick is basically saying that everyone seems to think that Drake is his greatest opponent, but that he's a great white and that this is his aquarium, aka he's the king of hip-hop.
And do you ever look back on any and feel like you'd like to change any of the things that you've written, or
it'll be me saying I want to go deeper. I should have went deeper.
I see.
I shouldn't have held back.
And at this point, Kendrick finally gets his well-deserved moment at the Grammys, winning 5 awards, but more importantly, he finally clinched the Best Rap Album category with To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, glory to God, that's for sure.
Drake also racked up a bunch of accolades in 2015. If you're reading this, it's too late. Broke Spotify's record for 17.3 million streams in its first week. Hotline Bling had dominated the charts, and his collaborative album with Future also did crazy numbers. And I mean, even at this point, anything Drake touches is gonna do numbers. Next, we get some inside information that this situation between Drake and Kendrick could have got really ugly. Former NFL player turned commentator Marcellus Wiley wouldn't say any names, but said that years earlier he interviewed one of the 2 rappers and it completely went off on the other.
The Drake-Kendrick beef, when it was really starting to brew. Yeah. I was on Sports Nation at the time, and we taped an interview with one of the people, and that one person went in on the other person. And we were ready to let this go, but then that one person's team made sure that didn't get out.
Marcellus was quoted in a DJ Vlad interview as saying that the person went so hard in...
Who y'all think it was? The person who went off in that interview. Who y'all think it was? I got a sneaking suspicion it was Drake. I just can't see Kendrick going off like that. Drake is sassy like that, so I could see him doing it. But let me know in the comments who y'all think went off in that interview. We gonna cut it right here. Hope y'all enjoyed part 2 of this reaction. Part 3 will drop either later tonight or tomorrow. I just got some things to handle, so I'm gonna stop this one right here. I love y'all. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn post notifications on, and yeah, man, have a blessed day. I love y'all.
If you talking shit up, this Glock can shoot you and your mans. I ain't got ops, bitch, I got all fans.